Well, I guess we're starting with a pet cam, because we need something wholesome today. We are going to be covering Call for an Uprising, again, because he decided to talk about me. He's very mad about the fact that a couple of his channels are taken down. So we'll take a look at that here in just a second. But first, Growlithe and Yumi, being cute. They're being such good beans, just laying there, doing a sleep. Alrighty. With that said, let's get right into the fan art section. So first we have one from Alex Elric, 97. They said, "Hi, did my first Suris fan art, and this is how it came out." And honestly, it looks really, really good. This is actually the only way that I know how to draw is with these like hatch sketches, or the hatches. So like this looks like something that I would be trying to do. Though better than what I can accomplish still, regardless. Next we have one from Dragonfly. No context given for this one, but you know what? I feel like you could drop this into like an old GameCube game, and it would look fine. Like just throw this in like the Wind Waker or something, and it would be just perfectly great. As always, thank you all for your fan art submissions, and let's get right into the video. Apparently, it's called Warning! Another purge could be about to go down. Oh no. He's also got a new animation. We'll show the new animation for his channel, because like as much as I bag on Call for the quality of like everything he does, the one thing that he does do well is these animations, which I don't know if he makes them or if he commissions somebody to do them.
If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
So again, it's like the one quality thing on his channel, and I do have to give it to him. I can't stand anything else about the guy, though. Also, Saki Nightshade, thank you so much for the raid. How'd everything go? What were you doing over on your side of things? So those faces for Satan are great, dude. The whole animation stuff is great. Let's get into the stuff that's not so great.
This is a call for an uprising. Well,
so first of all, audio quality. Like we're just gonna talk about things that Call could improve on going forward. One, audio quality. Dude, please get some soundproofing. Soundproofing would improve your videos like immensely.
welcome to today's show. Okay, I need everyone out there to know this, because I just became aware of this. I didn't even know this happened this morning. Two of my channels, I usually post below, my other channels, my backup channels, were terminated for no reason whatsoever.
See, he says no reason, but the channels that we reported, the things that he actually did on those channels that were worth reporting were, one, violation of YouTube terms of service, in the sense that you were creating dummy channels to avoid the strikes on your main channel. Two, and most importantly, you engaged in targeted harassment of minorities on both of those channels. One of them, you did it for LGBTQ people. The other one, you did it for trans people specifically. Specifically, a trans creator, Hannah. Now, I know that there's a bunch of people in Call's section that are like, oh my god, Suris is defending Hannah. That means they're dating. No, it fucking doesn't. Jesus Christ. Get a life, you guys. This isn't high school. Fucking hell. The only person I'm dating is Raz. But, point being, and we'll get to the comments here in a sec. We'll get to the comments, because they're important for this entire thing, too. But, Call, the reason your channels got terminated was not because they were reported for terms of use violations, but they were found to be in violation of terms of use that you signed up for. Like, when you sign YouTube's terms of service, okay, there's the barks. There's the barks. Yeah, when you sign YouTube's terms of service, you are agreeing to follow those rules. When you violate those rules, the things that happen to those two channels happen. Before we continue with the video, I want to go ahead and throw out that fun reminder that we are on YouTube, so if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. It would be an immense help for the channel, and those numbers really do mean a lot. And if you want to catch any of what goes on this channel live, then the best thing you can do is head over to Twitch and hit that follow button over there so you can know when I go live there. Alrighty, I'll stop taking up your time here. Back to the video.
Now, I know why they've been terminated as far as being reported upon, because the guys who dress up as furries and grind on each other and have some sick, bizarre fetishes, and men who think they're women and vice versa, get a little butthurt about other people's right of free speech because...
Okay, Call. Dude, my guy. Can we talk for a second? Just for real. For one, not a furry. But if you think I'm a furry, fine. I don't care. Whatever. Secondly, I don't grind up against men. I'm very straight. So you got that one wrong as well. But don't worry. I know you're pretty much completely okay with being wrong about everything, so long as your audience is there listening to it. But finally, most importantly, you realize that YouTube terms of service has nothing to do with your right to free speech, right? Really? You do realize that, right? Like, I sincerely hope, from one individual to another, that you have enough working brain cells bouncing around in your cranium to understand the very basic idea that a private company platforming you is not a freedom of speech issue in any way, shape, or form. A private company has the ability to take you off of its platform at any point if it so chooses. And if you are violating a terms of service that you yourself signed, which all I did was point them in your direction to analyze whether or not you had violated a terms of service, if you had actually violated a terms of service, then your channels would have been terminated, as they have been. This is not a freedom of speech issue. And mind, I invite you and all of your fans, because I've seen this in the comment section as well, people saying they wouldn't like it if people did this to them. Call, my friend, my little bitch boy. People have already done this to me. This has already happened when Nick Fuentes' stans came and reported all of my shit. Got a bunch of channel strikes back to back. It all sucked. And you know what happened? I appealed them, and everything was reinstated. Because guess who hadn't actually violated the terms of service that they had signed? Me. Now, I know you can't say the same thing, because you actively violate terms of service, because you don't care about any of that. You care about filling your audience's heads with all kinds of just culty shit, with the veneer that it's loving Christianity, but you're really just saying, you know, death to all F-slurs, death to all, well, insert minority group here. Like, these are the things that you're actually doing. Spreading conspiracy theories about COVID, spreading conspiracy theories about the vaccine, saying that everything under the sun is influenced by Satan. Like, dude, this is not a free speech issue. You're actively promoting heinous shit, and as a result, you got hit. What I'm asking you to do is man up and don't be a little bitch. When your shit gets knocked down because you yourself fucked up, don't blame me, blame yourself for not playing the game right. You little bitch.
Because they can't back anything up and talk back and make a point, they just cry.
Oh, I could. I literally had you on my channel for us to have that conversation. And then you told me that my friends and loved ones needed to either go into a padded room or kill themselves. I engaged in that conversation with you. I gave you that time of day. And now we're here post that conversation.
And try to silence you. I made it really clear. You're going to have to cut my tongue out to silence me. And I made it really clear to YouTube and to the elites. Now, I don't really think I'm any...
You made it really clear to YouTube? How'd you do that? Did you submit your appeal and say, you're going to have to cut my tongue out? Jesus Christ, what kind of child does this? What kind of child, when they break the rules, go, I'm gonna keep breaking the rules unless you hurt me physically. Unless you spank me, Daddy, I'm gonna keep misbehaving. Dude, really? That is the best you can do. That is the best you've got. Okay. So instead of backing up what you say, instead of proving that your channel did not violate terms of service, you've merely stated that it didn't. Instead of backing that up, you throw a tantrum. Okay, cool. Soup of Vaporeon, thank you very much for redeeming your points for an hada hada. You fucking weirdo. Also, thank you very much for redeeming your points for an oh well. Oh well.
Anything special, so I don't think too many people care that much about me. But I know for a fact that, at least in the Hollywood circles, that they are aware of me and follow me. I've already proven the professional wrestling circles, which obviously isn't a big deal, follow, and one of my main channels got deleted and then returned, shadow banned, and demonetized because the wrestler was all butthurt that I was pointing out all his satanic tattoos, and he was pretending to be atheist, even though he even had Freemason tattoos on his body, which is
You could be atheist and also be a Freemason, dude. You also know that Satanists don't really worship Satan. Like, the amount of theistic Satanists in the world are few and far between. Most of them are atheistic. Like, if you're going by the shit from Anton LaVey, it is very much atheistic. But okay. Zozo, thank you very much for redeeming a hydrate.
joke, and I'm not done running him over either yet, so if he's out there listening, prepare to be humiliated at some point. But let me make this clear here. Let me show you this. Okay, so I have these two channels here. These are both channels that started as kittens, and you have the right as a YouTube content creator to change the name of your channel. So I really was just feeling like making channels about kittens, and then
No, you weren't. Don't even fucking lie. Don't actually lie. You're literally lying to your audience right now, saying that you just wanted to make channels about kittens. That is not what you did. You literally, at one point, flipped the channels into Call for an Uprising channels, and you used them to harass minorities. You did not just want to make channels about kittens, you lying little bitch.
And I decided I didn't want to. So are they questioning? I don't know what they're questioning here because their guideline strikes here make no sense, but let me show you what it says. They removed my content, found severe or repeated violations of guidelines. I had no strikes on one of the channels. I had a warning on another. Okay, so I had no violation, no reason that they could have completely deleted the channel. They could have given me a strike on a video. Now this is where the fairies and the flamers, this is where they were thinking they were outsmarting YouTube's system and whatnot by mass flagging certain timestamps of videos because that's what gets their attention, and then telling them that I was somebody who was thrown off the platform, and you know, apparently it's some type of terms of service. If YouTube throws you off the platform, you can't come back, which you easily can get around. They can't IP ban anymore, even though people say they can. Well,
So wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. You willingly state in this video that because you got thrown off the platform and because you recognize that it is a terms of use violation to create another channel after you've been thrown off the platform, you then just say, yeah, but I can get around that. But out of the same side of your mouth that you're saying I can get around YouTube's rules, you say I didn't violate any rules. What? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
well, they can, but I mean, there's a ways around that too. VPNs, going to libraries. So that's where YouTube's completely wrong and could have a lawsuit in there, but obviously I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to sue and do this stuff because I know they run and own the court systems, but I'll do a lot worse than that because my tongue is probably the worst thing that they could possibly deal with on the planet, all of these people. But so what they're trying to say is that I was kicked off YouTube and I'm not allowed to be on here, when in fact my channel with 550,000 subscribers is still there. And if I was vain and I was doing this for fame or popularity, I would still be uploading there. Now other people go, well, you're doing it for money then because that one's demonetized. That channel is completely shadow banned. I haven't gotten new subscribers in 3 years since they deleted the channel and then brought it back and demonetized it. They've put it in a window so nobody can find it. So thus the only people who will see it are people who want to see, who are already subscribed. And thus I wouldn't be reaching new people. That's why I don't use them. That channel.
So it can't be the fact that it's demonetized and this is likely your only form of income, right? That had nothing to do with it. Holy shit. Dude. Like, I'm not going to sit here and try to ascribe intent in this particular scenario, right? I'm not. I also recognize there's a thing that just got redeemed in the chat, and I'll get to it in a second. I will. I will. As ill-timed as it is, you guys seem to time these expressly on call for an uprising videos now. But seriously, once your channel gets shadow banned, you brought it back, you go, oh no, I'm not doing this for the money. That's why I definitely created a new channel with new subscribers. How are we supposed to believe that? I'm just curious. Because, like, with your other channels, you made a concerted push to get them monetized. That was the thing you did. You had videos before those channels got taken down where you made statements like, hey, guys, just please get me to 4,000 watch hours so that I can get through this shit again. I mean, I can achieve my dream of becoming a YouTuber. Like, that was a thing you did. That was an entire stunt you pulled twice on 2 separate channels. And you're to tell me that none of this is about the money in any way, shape, or form when you were sitting there begging for fucking monetization. Really? Okay. I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to believe that, or if I even can.
Channel has 550,000. It's still on the platform. My other channel has 300 and something thousand, which was also deleted and brought back and demonetized, the same thing they did to it. You can see if you look at the statistics on Social Blade, because I don't even know how to look at, on here really, but you can see that I gained no new subs. I used to gain like 500 to 1,000 subs a day. My new channels gain about 200 to 300 a day, which is more than wonderful, and I'm more than appreciative of people out there who subscribe and, like, you know, find the content interesting or want to listen. It just shows you that people want to listen to this content, just they're constantly preventing them from doing so. If my videos aren't getting strikes, then I'm not in violations of any terms. And since I'm not thrown off the platform, I'm not ban evading like they're trying to say. And then again, if you do throw me off the platform, again, I'll just make another channel. And if I name, you know, I can, there's so many ways around so many things in life.
So hold on, Call. Let me get this straight. You've said in this video right here, on your 91,000 sub Call for an Uprising channel, if you get knocked off the platform, you will just make another channel. So what I'm seeing is, let's see here. Which one would it be? You know, we'll keep it in hateful or abusive because that's pretty much what you do all the time. But aside from the fact that Call promotes hatred towards LGBTQ groups at all times on all of his channels, it is at this point that he openly admits to violating YouTube TOS by creating multiple backup dummy channels to have been hit, which would constitute... Can't spell constitute. Another... Which would constitute any of his channels existing as a violation. Now, I understand that this is going to hurt you, Call. But you also need to understand that you cannot play stupid fucking games without winning stupid fucking prizes. You play this game of hopping on a platform and breaking all of their rules so that you can feel super superior to everybody on there because you've got the power of God and anime on your side, and then you openly talk about it on the platform. Over and over again. You talk about it on the platform. The platform you are violating the rules for, you talk about violating the rules for on the actual video. Stupid games, stupid prizes. Speaking of stupid games, stupid prizes, Alpha Mario X. You bastard. Thank you for redeeming, and I don't even know why you got all of these together. 50,000 channel points. You absolute fucking troglodyte. Alpha Mario X has spent 50,000 channel points to force me at channel point gunpoint to say, Hello? Fucking hell. Is it just going to be anytime I cover Call, one of you fuckers have saved up half a year's worth of channel points, specifically for the purpose of making sure that you can bomb every one of these videos with that atrocious fucking weeb language? Really? Is that what you guys gonna do? Okay, well, at least we're here. So, we've got to the point where he's talked about openly violating YouTube terms of service. We've gotten all that. He's also got points in here where he talks about me. And instead of using my channel avatar or anything like that, he goes and hunts down, you know, pictures of my face, which this is from years ago. Actually, fuck, when was this taken? I think this is actually from when I was at Godless Iowan's house years ago, back when we would still talk. Jesus, that is old. That is an old picture. You literally went back to drag that out. Okay. So what do you say about me here? You've got me here, right?
Speech for channels like mine. These are the same people who have obviously taken the magic potion, who eventually are going to not have free speech, who are going to, I can just imagine them in tears rolling on the ground when they realize what they've done and how weak they are when, you know, they're not living in their video game land. But for the time being, they have that, so that's all they're going to rejoice in, because that's what most people do, is whatever's going on right now is all that matters. They don't want to think about what's next.
So what do you mean by what's next? I would assume... Also, NatoNat, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. I would assume when you say what's next, you're talking about either the end of days or you're talking about going to heaven. I have a newsflash for you. You cannot demonstrate that that place exists. No religion can demonstrate that its afterlife exists. None of them. That is an integral part of several afterlife stories, is that you're making a wager, right? At least with Christianity. You're making a wager over whether or not you're going to be able to live together with God when you fucking die. Also, Rorschach, thank you very much for the Prime subscription as well. You say that I live in a realm of video games only. Boy, I wish I had enough time to play enough video games for that to be the case, but I don't. I don't. That said, I'm not going to take personal offense to this because Call doesn't know me, and I don't know Call. We've had our one interaction, and then we've had the moments in the comments section, and that's pretty much been it, and that's all it ever really needs to be. At the end of the day, I don't glean my self-importance by whatever the fuck my hobbies are. I don't glean my self-importance by however many people are subscribing to my channel. I don't need to brag about any particular celebrity who's got beef with me. In fact, actually, I think the closest thing to one who's got beef with me is like the girl who was the secretary of the Libertarian Party when Joe Jorgensen was running. We had a little bit of beef for a little bit. That's like the closest thing I've got. If there's more, fuck if I know. The difference between us, Call, is that when I play these games, I don't do them stupidly. I play by the rules and I win by the rules. When you play these games, you violate the rules and then you throw a temper tantrum because you lost. So what are we doing right now? We are looking at Call's video. But let's go ahead very quickly. Where is it? Is it this video where he started sending his people to? Pretty sure it is. Yep. Because this is the one with the, wow, Jesus Christ. 91,000 people and you still couldn't manage to get my dislike ratio under the 50% mark? Really? That is very sad. I would highly expect you to be able to get more people over to my channel that way. So, let's look at some of these comments for fun, because I think we've looked at enough of Call's video. I know Hannah said something about there being some like calls for violence in it or something. I don't know. You guys would have to check out the video yourself. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of these. Okay. Obviously, I zoomed in too much. I've zoomed in way too much. I just want to see the comments. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these that are here. In no particular order, just, you know, looking at them as they go. I will not support anybody that calls for no, this deserves Tristan's voice.
I will not support anyone that calls for a mass flagging of another's content. I don't care what that content is.
All right, cool. So if I called for the mass flagging of a video on YouTube that showed, let's go ahead and just call it what it is. We'll use the full word, pedophilic rape. You would not call for a mass flagging of that content because you do not care what that content is. Good to know you support pedophiles. Excellent. Thank you, Minion Godzilla. Thank you for your dumbass statement, you absolute troglodyte. I hate Twitch. Thank you for redeeming your points for an hada hada. You fucking monster. So, West Hill.
I love how people like the video creator has to report a call for an uprising who's trying to use this platform to inform people of the truth in the world. And this guy isn't creative enough to make his own content, so he has to use reporting calls video as a way to make content.
I've got like 900 fucking videos on here. Some of them are reactions. Some of them are original content. This is a statement that is said by somebody who has not watched any of my content. Secondly, the entire video was not just reporting calls video. It was demonstrating why it needed to be reported. Third, if you consider the only thing call does informing people of the truth, I don't put harassing LGBTQ people in that category, personally. Paladin Lost, thank you for redeeming your 500 points for an oh well. Let's see here. Then we've got one from Henry Davis.
May God bless you, Hannah, and, Hannah,
I'm not Hannah. What? I'm not Call, were you also so stupid that when you were telling your little fucking minions to go over to my channel, that you did not make the distinction over which one they were going to? Really? Because this is a piloting problem.
I really hope you find Jesus Christ and repent for your sins, because you are well on your way and burning in the lake of fire. And I really don't want that on anybody.
Yes, you do. You're fucking reveling in it. Every Christian who sits here and says, no, I just don't want you to burn in hell. I'm just going to go ahead and say, you worship a God that believes I deserve it. Therefore, by extension, you believe I deserve it. If you don't believe I deserve it, but I do not repent, and my non-repentance is the criterion you use to determine that I deserve burning in hell, then you do believe I deserve burning in hell. You do wish that on me. Like, you have perfect knowledge of this situation.
You believe in whatever you want, openness and equality, but at the same try to censor others.
Yeah, intolerance paradox, dipshit. Prezzo Rook, I'm so glad that you missed the part of the lesson where tolerance of intolerance is just fucking intolerance. Then we have from Lashwanda,
Call is an amazing truth channel. Maybe you like kittens. Being childish sounds like you're jealous.
Jealous of what? Not having any idea how to make audio that's mixed well? Not having any idea how to make content that isn't about scaring my subscribers into freaking out about the Illuminati pegging them in the asshole? No, I'm not fucking jealous of the State of Call's channel. I'm confused as to why there's so many just uneducated people who follow him without thinking. But that's not jealousy. That's confusion and disappointment. Let's see here. Now we've got one. I checked this in my comment section on my phone, and this was quite a bit. And we're not going to get into the entire thing. But this is a copy pasta. I get a lot of these, too.
It is our job as Christians to discern if these vaccines are fishy, and we need to get to the bottom of it quickly.
All right, so I got a question for you. How would you, as a Christian, what about being a Christian gives you the expertise necessary to understand something about a clinical vaccine? Is there a biomed school section of the Bible that I missed? Is there a part in the Bible that talks about cures for modern ailments? Or are you just making this shit up as you go?
Many Christians think there's going to be this clear-cut sign that says the mark of the beast is this way, or take this and renounce Jesus.
Here is wisdom. And then he's just going to start quoting literally all the Bible verses. All of them. I'm not reading that. I'm not.
What the fuck am I watching right now? How is this even on here?
Well, if a big booby cat lady is the thing that makes you upset, then maybe you should go talk to your doctor about your erection, Stephanie B. Wes Anderson,
You guys, girls, they, them, or whatever pronoun you choose, need help. You and we all... Yeshua/Jesus. Maybe you could use a therapist. Does the truth hurt? Sorry, not sorry. Be blessed.
Jesus Christ. There were so many random fucking things in this sentence that made absolutely no sense. Made absolutely no sense.
Call is a truth channel and an honest guy. God blessed. Don't be fooled by this, whatever this is.
And then Roy G.
Sin is what this is.
You know, we're just gonna reply to this one. Why not? If boobies scare you, just say so. Sorry, if flopping tits are the thing that, like, make you very upset, just let me know. There's an entire sect of Puritans that you can be in league with, like, all the fucking Puritans over there. It's fine, you do you. Anyway, that's as much as we're gonna get into that one. Hopefully you guys got basically the gist of everything out of that. Call's channels got deleted. He's mad about that. Me and Hannah are more than likely mostly responsible for those channels getting hit. By all means, send your drones over to mass flag our channels. One of us is going to be able to get out of this without any issue at all, because one set of people is not violating YouTube TOS. The other one, well, it's like if we were aiming guns at each other and you chose to be armed with a bulletproof vest made of papier-mâché, and I was taking one made of Kevlar, and you thought that this would end well for you. That's basically where we're at. With that said, everybody in my chat, do whatever the fuck you want. With that said, let me know what you think in the comments section below. I can't wait to see Call's comments on this. Call's and his fans, it's like clockwork. As always, everyone, insert end of video tagline here.